one was, how does it feel to represent an LGBT character on TV?
I mean, it makes me very
Mm,
proud to be able to like, because I think what was lacking so much, I've been in this industry for so long since I was like a little kid, as you know, and it's like what was
yeah,
lacking growing up is you really just didn't have diversity of everything in our
for
industry
sure.
of different race, religions, sexual orientation. And so I feel like to be able to be a character that is representing the LGBTQ community made me really proud. It just made me really proud of our the industry still has a really long way to go. There's a lot of shows that just don't properly represent every
Yeah,
different community, but it made me really like I've always been because I know some people that are just not for some reason just not don't want to aren't comfortable, and I've
right.
always my manager and agent have always been like yes, yes, hands
Yeah.
down. Because I think I've said
Yeah.
in the past like I'm such a firm believer that like love is love and
Yeah.
we're all
Oh my
humans
God,
and
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
What about you? How do you feel about representing the LGBTQ community?
Amazing, amazing for so many reasons. I feel like I grew up in a very conservative environment, and
Mm,
it wasn't bad, but it was very judgmental towards homosexuality specifically. And
yeah.
I feel like Italians are a very welcoming people, but like everybody, they kind of, I don't know, we're also very self-ironic, autoironia. So we make fun of ourselves, but I feel like we also make a lot of fun of other people. And I feel like the gay community makes
Mm.
gets like made fun a lot. And that
In
happened a lot
Sicily and in
growing up.
Italy,
In
or
Italy,
just
yeah, it happened a lot growing
wow.
up. And like I was a dancer for a long time, so I was around like I was around that all the time. And my best
Hmm.
friend is gay, and I feel like being able to represent a bisexual character, so it's like a bit of both,
Yeah.
is like so important for me, because I feel like I get a lot of Sicilian people, a lot of like Sicilian girls that reach out to me, and it's like it feels so good to have one of us representing us.
Yeah.
It's like even us Sicilian, we can be gay, we can be bisexual, and it's so good that you can do it openly. And somebody like mentioned, I seen you kissing another girl on national America, like on international TV.
Representation. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives us the freedom to be able to do that, and not feel like we're doing something wrong. And that, like, wow, it gives me goosebumps, just breaks my heart every time. I'm gonna cry now.
Oh, don't cry. No, but it's like
Yeah,
you do a little bit. Yeah, I feel like that's what makes me so proud about it. It sounds like the same for you. It's like
yeah,
that we're able to be that representation on television because it is. It's like I feel like as women, just going to being a woman, like I didn't know you could be certain professions until I saw them. Like I feel like so much of
absolutely.
our of influences our lives is like we don't think we can actually do something or be something or what we are feels wrong if we don't
Yeah,
see it in the public eye because it's not the popular way of thinking. And
yeah.
so to be able
And
to be
bisexuality is one of those things where you feel like you're not one, you're not the other, you're something in between. So it's like undefined, and being able to be
mhm.
like, no, I am part of this group of people, and there's nothing wrong with me, and we just love. And you can fall in love with a
Yes.
girl, you can fall in love with a guy, and it's all good. And nobody freaking dies from it. So why judge it? Why feel like it's bad?
I know someone was like, love is love. Like, what is so wrong? Like, what
Yeah.
is, but what was I going to say? There's something else. Do you know like the Kinsey scale too? Have you ever heard of that? Some people might have heard
No.
of that. And if you haven't, people that are listening, like the Kinsey scale is awesome. It came out a long time ago. There's actually a movie about it, but it's like Alfred Kinsey came up with this scale, which I always love. It's like that everyone's sexuality falls somewhere on the scale.
Mm,
No one is 100% one or the
mm,
other. You fall somewhere.
absolutely.
And some, of
I
course, are more extremes
feel
one way or the other, but
Yeah, super true. I feel that 100%. Do you?
yeah. And I loved it too because when the study came out, I was like, oh, like my brain always works on like scientific, like I like stats and numbers and like,
Right, right,
and
right.
to see that also made me feel like, oh, like, okay, like
There's a scientific
you don't,
explanation for that. Yeah.
yeah. And like I think you said earlier, you don't have to choose one or the other. Like
Yeah.
that's what's so great also about the fact that we're playing bisexual characters is that like because I feel sometimes when people do discover um that they're gay that they're into whatever their sexual orientation is they feel they have to I feel you feel there's the pressure that you have to make a decision like oh I have to decide
Yeah.
exactly what I am
If
at this
I'm gay,
moment
or am I straight? Am I, or like, where do
yeah
I fall? Yeah, exactly, for
and
sure.
I just think that that's not fair and knowing the Kinsey scale really like allowed that moment of like oh Like, okay, there doesn't have to be a finite answer to
So
this.
black and white. No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I love that.
Absolutely.
And we're playing these bisexual characters.
Yeah. Oh my
Have
God,
you ever
absolutely.
have you ever dated or been with a man on Grace?
I've only fooled around with a couple of
With
with
a
a
couple
character.
guys?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But the
Okay.
relationships have been with girls.
Women.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. So I was like, awesome.